What is happening, investors? It is your boy Jack. Oi! Oh man, you guys need to check out his channel. We'll get into that in a little bit here. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trace Trades. We have technical analysis on different stocks in the stock market, as well as potential buy, hold, or sell opinions on these given stocks. I'd like to preface by saying that I'm not a financial advisor nor expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt. Let's get into the video. Today, my friends, we're going to be giving you guys an update on ticker symbol HCMC up here in the top left. We're going to give you guys, man, I've been talking about this stock for a while. I am so pumped that this has been playing out well. I know there's some people out there that have been turning filthy profits on the stock, and I really think this is an opportunity, a very, very rare opportunity where you might be leaving some briefcases on the table if you collect the bag with the stock. In fact, I think I'm more bullish on this now that I've done some more research on the potential for growth with this company, and I think there's some good things to talk about here. So we're looking at the fundamentals of the company. What is the why? Why should you care? Where is the potential for growth beyond what we're going to be talking about, which is the lawsuit against Philip Morris, right? We're going to give you guys an update on that, some realistic expectations as to what we can expect, some recent news, talking about this whole, debacle going on in the whole 9 yards, and then the meat and potatoes, which is the chart setup. So we're going to look at the 1 month chart as well as the 1 day, 1 minute chart to give both a macroscopic and microscopic perspective of the price action. I've got a couple different indicators pulled up here. The RSI, which is a relative strength index. Anything over 70 is overbought. Anything under 30 is oversold. Then I have the 200 EMA and the 15-day MA. This purple trend line is the 200 EMA. This is the exponential moving average. This is a price action based valuation trend line over a 200-day moving period, which gives us a macroscopic perspective of the overall price action. And then we have the 15-day MA, which is a moving average. Some brokerage accounts call this the SMA, the simple moving average. They are one and the same. This is a price action based valuation trend line over a 15-day moving period, which gives us a microscopic perspective of the overall price action. We use these side by side that we can get an idea of, microscopic breakouts or breakdowns compared to the overall macroscopic price action with the 200 EMA. So we'll look at that. We're going to look at some potential entry points, bullish and bearish patterns that we're seeing form here on the charts, right? So we can get you guys the best possible entry points and exit points, strategies, the whole 9 yards with this company. So let's get into the video. We've got quite a bit to talk about. So what do they do? What is the why? Why does this matter? Where's the potential for growth down the road? So, Healthier Choices Management Corporation, formerly Vapor Corp, is a holding company. The company is focused on managing healthy food markets and providing consumers with healthy daily choices with respect to nutrition and other lifestyle alternatives. Kind of ironic because what we're going to be talking about is their tobacco products. But anyways, the company segments include U.S.-based retailer of vaporizers and e-liquids and the natural and organic grocery operations in Fort Myers, Florida. The company sells direct to consumer through the company-owned brick-and-mortar retail locations. The company operates under the Vape Store and Ada's natural and organic brands. We check out their website here really quick. I keep forgetting that the links aren't working, but we'll pull up HCMC's website and just take a quick peek at what these guys do. So, give me 1 second here. Okay, so if we take a quick peek at what these guys do, HCMC, Healthier Choices Management Corporation. As I'd mentioned, they have this healthy foods option, right? That is one sector of the company. And then we have the tobacco, the smokeless tobacco products that they do offer as well. They do have some patents regarding, the smokeless tobacco products, which we will be getting into here shortly. But basically, that's what we're looking at. We've got this company overview, right? HCMC is a U.S.-based, publicly traded company specializing in providing consumers with healthier alternatives to everyday lifestyle choices. This is an OTC market stock, so you will not be able to trade this on Webull. You will have to use a brokerage account that does allow you to trade in the OTC market. I know Fidelity does allow you to do that. Schwab also allows you to do that. So keep that in the back of your mind here. But they also own an intellectual property suite comprised of patents issued in both the United States and Canada. These patents have a primary focus on safer vaping technology, as well as synthetic or imitation nicotine compositions, processes, and methods of manufacture. HCMC continues to innovate and hopes to expand the suite in the future. And if you guys have been able to keep up with this stream, I shouldn't say stream, this playlist, right, the series, you would know that there is a huge lawsuit that is in the making against this stock, and that is against Philip Morris. So let's just check this out. This was posted on January 27th, so a little bit old, but the premise is still the same. Healthier Choices Management News. HCMC stock skyrockets amid lawsuit speculation. So what we're seeing happen here is there is a lawsuit going against Philip Morris International, right, for patent infringement against 2 of their patent rights on a smokeless tobacco product. The lawsuit was originally filed back in November 2020. It's been picking up steam, right, because of Reddit threads on penny stocks, and the investors are taking some pretty heavy interest. And we're just going to read this from a different news source that I do have pulled up here. HCMC's lawsuit includes claims that Philip Morris is infringing HCMC's patent rights in connection with their IQOS product, an alternative tobacco product marketed and sold by Philip Morris. Philip Morris claims that it is currently approaching 14 million users of its IQOS product and has reportedly invested over $3 billion in its smokeless tobacco products. Philip Morris has been very open about their ongoing transition from traditional fully combustible cigarettes to their modified risk tobacco products, including IQOS. If you guys want to keep up with another channel that has great information regarding the HCMC situation, Jack Spencer is a fantastic channel. I would recommend watching him. In fact, I keep up with him and his videos here on a pretty regular basis. I don't know why I'm not subscribed, but we're going to fix that here right now. Turn on that notification bell. You got to do that and take care of your people. But this guy is an absolute powerhouse. You need to check out his videos. He is a great channel. So with that being said, there's a lot of potential here, and the numbers that catch my eye is this $3 billion that they have invested in their smokeless tobacco products. So do keep that in the back of your mind with this situation, right? That's a lot of money. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that this lawsuit, you're going to see, that $3 billion come over to HCMC, because that's not necessarily, justifiable. I don't have a great background in law and patent infringements, right? I don't think most investors do, but what we can say is that both of these companies are going to want to seamlessly end this, right? Philip Morris, it's in their best interest to avoid this lawsuit as best as they possibly can and do whatever they can to make this a very non-hostile situation. So they're going to try and make this a situation where they can pay them off and get out of this as smoke-free as possible. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case, but what I do think is very possible is this. I want to set you guys realistic expectations. I do think it's possible that you see this February 26th, which is the date they are expected to act upon this patent infringement, right? The lawsuit date, February 26th. I would not be surprised to see this be pushed to the right, meaning that it is going to be pushed out further. If this does end up happening, my friends, you're going to see a pullback on HCMC. It's going to pull back hard. And I don't want you guys to freak out if you do have a position in this stock, because the situation still stays the same in that instance. You can view it as maybe a direct offering. Of course, the premise is different, but what it does is the same, right? It pulls the stock price back, right? It gives you an opportunity to buy in for cheaper. You should be rubbing your hands together like this. Oh, baby, I'm going to be able to buy this on sale because everybody's panic selling right now. And people, when that is happening, my friends, my family, my gorilla gang, right, that is an opportunity for you to scoop this up. So if you do see that this February 26th date for this lawsuit, this patent infringement, is pushed to the right, that is an opportunity for you to get into this with a lot less risk and for much cheaper. So do keep that in the back of your mind. I also have been seeing some talks about possible reverse splits on the stock. Why would that happen, right? So I've got HCMC pulled up here on YAHOO. We can see that their market cap is actually pretty high for a overall OTC market stock, trading at less than a penny. Their market cap is $446 million, which is extremely high. Now, if we just do a little bit of quick math here, I'm not good at math. I know that. I know that off the top of my head. But if we just do a little bit of math and divide 446 million by 0.0043, that means that we have 100,000 million. So we have 103 billion total outstanding shares, from my understanding. I could be wrong. I err on the side of caution. I always say that I'm not a financial advisor or expert, but that is what I come up with for quick math. So there's a lot of shares out here in regards to availability to HCMC. 103 billion is what I come up with as a number, right? So if this does end up happening, I do see talks about a reverse split. I don't think that's in the best interest of the company. I don't think they're going to end up doing that. What I see as more possible is a share buyback, right? So you may see the company, and Jack Spencer actually does talk about this, which is why I'm doubling down on his convictions. I don't want to take credit for that in the least bit. He's the one that brought this up first, but it is very relevant. And if this does end up happening, it's very lucrative for shareholders, right? You're going to get your shares bought out, right? You'll receive compensation for your shares, and that is going to put the company into a very solid financial position, as well as set them up for future potential growth, right? So that is a huge deal. They'll be able to buy back your shares, retire them, right? Set a more realistic overall outstanding shares composition compared to their overall market cap, because in my opinion, it's a little bit high, right? Compared to looking at a, almost a $500 million market cap company, that is a very high amount of outstanding shares. So I could see that being the more realistic expectation you would see moving forward. And honestly, in order for them to reverse split into NASDAQ compliance, which is honestly, I don't think in the realm of expectations right now. It could be down the road, but nonetheless, I just don't see that being in the best interest of the company. I do think that a share buyback is more likely going to be the potential that they go down as a revenue of approach. So, or an avenue of approach, I should say. So that's what we're looking at here right now. I do have something pulled up here on StockTwist that I do find very interesting. All credit does go to, I'm not going to say his name, but Schlab may not. You get where we're going with this, but I do want to read these off to you. So number one, earnings report tomorrow, possibly. This is a total rumor so far based on previous year's timing for earnings report. If this does end up being the case, this could be both a positive and negative news catalyst. It could go either way. So do keep that in the back of your mind. This is not guaranteed to be a positive thing, but if it is a good earnings report, that could help push as a catalyst to get more people investing into this stock. February 26th, Philip Morris must give an answer on settlement or suit will go to court in April, right? So we are expecting that. If they don't give an answer on the settlement, that is what we're hoping for here is a settlement. I think Philip Morris, I'm not sure exactly what the number is regarding what they're asking for the settlement. If you do know, drop it in the comment section down below so that people can be most up to date as possible as the community works together to get so much more done than I can do by myself. But I do try my best, my friends. If they don't answer that settlement, they will go to court in April regarding that patent infringement. Buyback, as I did just mention here, is rumored, assuming settlement is announced. This would be in the best interest of the company. This is going to set them up for great potential long-term growth, which we'll get into here in a second. Future of HCMC making major moves with their newfound cash flows. Of course, the stock price has been drastically increasing, which has increased their overall market cap, which the owners of the company, the management, can take advantage of. If we do come back down here, you can see right here, HCMC announced a sale of $5 million of preferred stock, convertible into common stock initially at 150% premium. So they're already taking advantage of this. They're trying to make as much cash flow as they possibly can out of this situation, right? And I do think they're going to be able to do that. It's going to help them really be able to rebrand, restructure, refinance, do whatever they need to do to make this a great long-term potential stock. Number 5, all of this possibly plus much more because we don't know how the suit structure will come out. I'm hoping a partnership with Philip Morris. Now, what is the potential here as a partnership with Philip Morris? How would that be possible? I don't necessarily think or know if this would be the case, right? But if this happens, I think it would be because Philip Morris would try to offer money or some sort of acquisition deal where it doesn't necessarily blast their company, because no company wants to have a lawsuit on their record, right? And SEC filings, because this is going to turn investors off of that company. It's going to really wipe away any sort of trust that Philip Morris had from investors. People will pull out. It's going to really hurt their stock price. It's going to hurt their market cap. They don't want that to happen. They want this to end as peacefully as they possibly can. So if you do see that happen, right, you see a suit structure, right, in a partnership with Philip Morris, that would be exponentially growing this company. HCMC would drastically benefit from this. And if we just look at PM really quick here, pull them up on a chart, Philip Morris, look at their overall stock price. They're trading at $86. So you get the point here. That would be huge, huge news for a company like this, Philip Morris. I'm not sure what their overall market cap is, but we'll just take a quick peek. Philip Morris on YAHOO, according to YAHOO, their market cap is $134 billion. So if they ended up striking a partnership, my friends, that would be huge for the company. That would really help their overall growth. And one other last thing that I want to point out to you here on YAHOO is the 1-year target estimate, which is $6. $6, my friends. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine a $6 swing from where we're at right now, which is less than a single penny? Oh my God. Take that with a grain of salt. That is just an estimate from YAHOO, but nonetheless, it is very, very interesting. And if they do end up capitalizing on this, they win that lawsuit infringement, the patent infringement, right? The lawsuit. There's going to be huge, huge money to be made by investors, right? Their overall financial situation. I'm not saying they're going to be guaranteed all $3 billion of this lawsuit, right? How much money they have invested, Philip Morris, I should say, in the IQOS tobacco product system. But gross profit in 2019, they saw $6.4 million. That would be some massive, massive growth. I anticipate 2020 and 2021 are going to look a lot different than this, right? And we are maybe expecting, based on rumors, their quarterly to be released very soon. So that is what we were looking like right here. I do think there's some solid potential with growth for the company, especially with all this massive cash flow. They're going to be able to really rebrand and restructure their overall system with the company, right? I don't think a reverse split is very realistic. I think the buyback is much more realistic in regards to what you might see here with HCMC. Of course, take that with a grain of salt. We cannot predict the future. If I could, we'd be millionaires before you knew it. But nonetheless, that is how it's looking right now. Very, very bullish on HCMC. In fact, more bullish than I was previously. So how are the charts looking right now? What have we been seeing here? So in my previous video, I said that there are two different ways that I can see this playing out. Either A, you're going to see a hard push underneath this ascending level of support, right? Which we did end up seeing. We saw a wide range candle bar break beneath this, and we bled off a little bit, testing out a new level of support. On the other side, we're sitting at about 50 in comparison to, previous points here. It was a swing of about, 30 points, which is actually not a bad correction. That's not a bad correction in the least bit, right? And if we actually drop a Fibonacci retracement, which is very easy to do, you put the base at the bottom of a run up and the peak at the top of a run-up, we did not give back that much. We gave back about 50%, almost retraced perfectly to 50%, which is a great retracement. Anything above 50% in terms of a retracement shows a lot of buyer strength, right? And if we look at the overall charts and the volume, right, this is going to tell a very solid picture. We can see a lot of green volume coming into this, and maybe an equal amount of red volume, but I would say just a hair more green volume, which to me indicates that this is more of an investor stock compared to a trader stock. And that is because look at all this buying that happened back here. Look at all the buying that happened down here, right? You're not seeing anywhere near as much red volume come out of this as we've seen come into this, which to me indicates there's a lot of people holding, which makes a lot of sense because, I mean, if you bought into this back when it's trading at 0.0002, the risk for you is nothing. The upside for you is millions. You can make an insane amount of money. If you bought into this at 0.0002 and this hit $1, you would never need to trade for the rest of your life if you bought in with like $10,000. I don't even want to think about what the numbers are for that, but you guys get the picture here. There is huge potential with HCMC in that regard. So we did end up seeing the latter possibility, right? We did end up breaking beneath this ascending level of support, bottomed out of that 50% retracement at 0.0040. which I think is actually a very safe entry point into the stock. We've got the 15-day MA trading vastly above the 200 EMA, which is a very bullish indicator. We saw the crossover way back here. Volume is starting to become very consistent, very predictable, right? So I feel very comfortable actually with the buy-in right now, that 0.0040 price target on the stock. I think if you buy in right there, you hold this for a month or at least until that February 26th settlement date, unless it gets pushed, right? They end up bringing it to court, which would then push the date to April. That is just going to hype up and really drive the anticipation and movement of this price action here down the road in the future for HCMC. So I'm just going to reiterate this. A buying at 0.0040 level of support. We do see 3 touch points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, signifying that this is a respected level of support. I think it's going to treat you very, very well. Now, we don't currently have any ascending levels of support or resistance besides this one right here, right? We've got this very macroscopic scale ascending level of support. So if we did end up pulling back beyond this level of support, which we do have many, many, many more that are going to be held up before we even come close to this. We've got 0.0038. We've got right here at about 0.0030, right? There's a long time before we ever come close to testing out this ascending level of support, but we do have that if need be. Otherwise, as it sits right now, this 0.0040 is a very strong level of support. If you buy into this and it ends up pulling back just a little bit, I anticipate within 1 week, you're going to be up way, way more than you were down. I would not consider selling until at least that February 26th settlement date, and I think you're going to be sitting very good on HCMC. I can't really look at this on the 1 day, 1 minute chart because this is not going to show us very much data. I'll pull it up just to show you, but it's very choppy price action because this is an OTC market stock, right? They're not working with very large pullbacks and moves, right? Just because of the fact that it is trading for less than a penny right now. But as I said, the potential is there. I see a lot of great catalysts coming up. We've got that Philip Morris lawsuit. We've got a lot of potential for growth in the company. And that is what I have for the video today. If you enjoyed it, please drop a like. It really does help support the channel, and consider subscribing if you'd like to see more content like this. Lastly, I have an affiliate link in the description box down below for Webull. This is version 4 for the desktop. Great platform that allows you to start trading at 4 a.m. in the pre-market. If you use my link, you get 2 free stocks with a $100 deposit. I receive a free stock. Great way to support the channel, my friends, and if you're not interested, that is totally fine. I just appreciate your support by taking the time to watch my videos. I also dropped the merch store here recently, so if you are interested in checking that out, there's a link to that in the description box down below. That was what I have for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, my friends, and I will see you all next time. Peace.